Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Hello.
Hello! Ah! Say hello to my little friend!
All right. Hello. This is Freedom Frontiers Media, first episode of our movie and video game podcast. I'd like to start us out by saying good afternoon, good morning, and good night. I think that's how it goes, right? We are here to talk about some movies and some video games. I think today our topic is comedies. Before we get into that, I'd like to introduce everybody. I would like to start with the introductions, and I'd like you to name a movie that you could binge watch over and over, just so our viewers kind of get an idea of what we're into. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Dylan. Dylan, please share a movie that you can watch over and over again.
That's a great question. It's definitely Casino for me. I love Casino. I think as well, though, like Goodfellas, better movie. Casino, more of a rewatch. I really enjoy it a little bit easier on the viewing experience.
That opinion a lot.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. I like Casino better than Goodfellas. I'm being serious.
Okay. All right. Let's go next to Bradley. What is a movie you can watch over and over again?
Probably My Cousin Vinny. It's probably my second favorite movie. My favorite is Pulp Fiction, but My Cousin Vinny is just so quotable. It's chill. Pulp Fiction isn't that chill, but it's just something you can have in the background or watch it whenever. So that's probably the one.
Okay, interesting. All right, let's go next to Carrie. What is a movie you can watch over and over again?
I think I know the answer.
We were just talking about it.
That's cheating, by the way.
I'm going to say right now it's Twister.
New Twister?
No, although also that. I'm pretty much always down to watch it. But Twister has also become my plane movie. It's often available on Southwest, which is what I'm usually flying. And I don't know what it is about flying on a plane that makes me want to watch Twister, but I do. And I watch it every time.
Okay. Well, that is an interesting pick for a movie on an airplane. But I will share my movie that I can watch over and over again is The Dark Knight. I love that movie. Definitely like top 5 movies of all time for me. And I have watched it. It was a movie that I went to sleep to for like months. So I've watched it so many times. Such a good movie. So, well, it's good to introduce everybody. We're going to jump right into the topic of today's episode, which is really just talking about modern day comedies. Where have they gone? We don't see a lot of comedies this year. And so we wanted to talk about a couple comedies that have come out. I really want to kick off. I think if you talk comedies of 2025, probably one of the main ones that come to mind is Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the big one. Huge Adam Sandler fan myself. But let's talk about Happy Gilmore. Has everybody seen the movie?
Yeah.
As of this week.
Okay, cool. It's going to be a short episode if you hadn't. So, so what did you guys think? Did you like it? You not like it? Let's hear it. Who wants to go first?
I think you two should take it because I just watched it.
Okay. I'll kick it off. Carrie and I watched it together a few weeks ago, and I was pleasantly surprised. Not because I hate Adam Sandler or anything, but the first one's so good, it's so quotable. And whenever we go back and watch it, Carrie's always like, oh, that's why you say this one thing from this movie? Like, I say the same things, but not in context of the movie. And anyone born in the early 90s or 90s, all millennials know that movie and love that movie. So I wasn't really excited for it. I kind of wanted to see it, but I thought they were going to ruin it. But I was actually, it was really funny. The funniest part of the movie was when they're in the car and Adam Sandler or Happy Gilmore's off to go to the competition and the car won't start or whatever, and the whole family starts beating on the car. That part just was hilarious, and I love the comedy in it. So yeah, I loved it.
Okay. Carrie, what about you? Are you a fan?
I'm a fan, yeah. I too was pleasantly surprised, not like in an Adam Sandler way, but like I love sequels, but admittedly, they're not always great, especially lately. I feel like when you're getting a movie from one that was so long ago
Yeah.
originally. And so for that, I was definitely pleasantly surprised and thought it was really well done for what it was.
I think lately we actually have had some good long-term sequels. Like Twisters was pretty good. Top Gun, the second Top Gun was really good. Happy Gilmore, but usually if there's like more than like 10 years between the original and a new one, it usually sucks. I don't know.
Yeah, it's usually
Case
just
in point, I'm wearing my Hocus Pocus sweater. That sequel was a bomb. That was terrible.
I absolutely agree. I don't know why, but it feels like it's either ends up being two things where it's the exact same thing, and I'm just like, why don't I just watch the original, which I've seen it, or it's just so different and it just feels weird. It's like it's not. I don't know. It's never the good in the middle, unlike Happy Gilmore 2. So good segue. Happy Gilmore 2 for me was a surprise hit. Absolutely. And it's sort of the same thing, Bradley. It wasn't I hate Adam Sandler. It was just that movie shouldn't have been as funny as it was.
Right.
In my opinion. Like that movie was destined to be like, okay, well I watched it. It was fine. Like it tried, It was that I figured that's what it was going to be. No, I was audibly laughing by the first time he was in the golf course with the three Eric Andre.
I love that part.
When they busted out with Get Low, I was sold on the movie. Like I was like, this is actually so ridiculous and funny, and it was fun. That's the word I would give this movie the most. It was so fun. But yeah.
So, do you guys not like Adam Sandler movies in general? Because I'm kind of getting a vibe.
I started with. I feel like I didn't say it well. Like I was trying to say I didn't have high hopes for the movie because it was a sequel from so far away from the original one. But it came out like I didn't have high hopes for it because of Adam Sandler. I didn't mean it like that.
It did come out that way.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't mean it like that. I do like Adam Sandler movies, although they're not as good as they were like in the old days of Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, but I have nothing against him.
I feel like the last like quotable one was like 50 First Dates. I feel like that was the last, unless there's like one or two before or after, that I'm missing. I feel like that's when it kind of cut off. Or at least the Netflix era. The Netflix era of Adam Sandler is definitely it just kept,
I'm confused. Are you trying to tell me you didn't like QB Halloween or?
Yes, what? I am exactly. I would rather watch Medea Does Halloween. What was the Medea's Boo something? What was it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Boo.
You're like, yeah.
Exclamation.
Got it.
Nick,
so
you never said what you thought.
I love Happy Gilmore. He is like, if I could hang out with one celebrity, it would be him. If he is in any movie, I will watch it and I will laugh and I will love it. Even the Hubert one, which probably is his worst movie he's done, I still was like, okay, I'll watch this. I'm cool with that. Like, I don't feel bad I wasted an hour and a half.
When you say you would hang out with any celebrity, Happy Gilmore, do you mean the character or do you mean Adam Sandler?
See, he does it so good. It's hard to distinguish between the two. It's Happy Gilmore. Definitely Adam Sandler.
Okay,
but no, I love the movie, and I think to Dylan's point, it was you never know, is it going to be a remake of the first one or So Far Away? And it's such good homage to the first one, but it wasn't just a complete redo, and it had a unique story. I loved it. I would watch it again. Was it as iconic as the first one? No, but for a sequel to a movie, absolutely fantastic.
Sure.
I was a fan for sure.
I think the highest praise I can say is if I went to the theater to watch this, I would have been very happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's the biggest compliment you can give to that movie. Nothing on it, but that's so.
Was it released in theaters?
No, it was straight to
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought I would have seen it in theaters if I
would
had
have
the
too.
option.
I think it would have
Yep.
made a decent dollar. So here's the thing. I think we're like 4 of the few people who actually like that movie. A lot of people don't like that movie.
What?
Yeah,
What?
go watch some reviews. People are like,
I
"Oh,
haven't
it's-"
even gotten to that yet.
Yeah, people are like, it's dog shit. Oh, it's just like one reference to the old movie after another. People
Well,
don't like
yeah.
it. Like, it's not bad on IMDb. It's a 6.1, which
I
is
feel like
lower
do
than
they
my
actually
scale.
like the original?
I think there's a point when, like, if someone were to go watch the first Happy Gilmore today without knowing what it is, would they like it, or they'd be like, oh, okay, whatever, Do you know what I mean?
Probably. Yeah, probably
Well,
not. I don't know.
I didn't watch it until I was an adult.
Okay.
Like, it's not a movie I saw growing up or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just so surprised that movie flopped to people.
Yeah.
I feel like we finally got, not to get too far ahead of where we're at, but I feel like we finally got a comedy now that feels really good just to watch, and I was actually laughing at a movie again.
Yeah.
But
Can I say one thing I didn't like?
Yeah.
I didn't love the weird futuristic golf stuff, like where it seems like it wasn't fully grounded in reality, like where they snipped the hip bone or whatever.
Oh, when they did the
I liked it.
It kind of took me out of it, and it felt less like Happy Gilmore is like a real, like in the real world, right? It just made it feel a little, I don't know, not real. I know
it was
a
something
movie.
that like it didn't need to be added, right?
Right.
Like it was just that
just
movie.
one
Take it
thing.
out. It was just fine.
Yeah.
Without.
That was
But I'd say what I love about that though is you can tell Adam Sandler makes the movies that he wants to make.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like it's
all
just,
the time. Yep.
he gets him and his buddies together, and he's like, "We're just gonna do whatever the hell I want to do, even if it's kind of weird and off like that." But no. I remember that first time he swung the club, and I was like, "Did he just twist his entire body around?"
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
That kind of was weird.
So here at Freedom Frontiers Media, we like to give a little FF grade to these movies. So it's a 5F scale. 5 Fs means that we love it. It's a perfect movie. Best of the best. 1 means it's an F. It's not any good.
There you go.
1 F is a flunk. So each of you will rate this movie from 1 F to 5 Fs. Let's start with Carrie first.
Oh no.
What is your rating? And that way you can't just copy Bradley's rating.
Wow,
Good
Nick.
Happy
job,
Gilmore
Nick.
2.
Wow. That's how much you think of me, huh? Okay, but I think we need to clarify what the FF rating means. Is
What the
it
F-
like
Yes.
this is the best movie ever, or this is how much I enjoyed it?
Oh,
What
are you saying
does
like,
the rating mean?
I would take it as what is your personal rating for it?
Yeah.
Like enjoyment
Okay.
level, quality. It's a subjective scale. 5 is Carrie's best of best for Carrie.
So I would say like a 4 or a 5. Like right afterwards, I was like, I'd watch that again.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like that's a lot. Like if I want to rewatch something, especially right away, and where I'm like kind of thinking about it days later and thinking, you know what, I really enjoyed that. Like I'm not going to say, oh my God, this is the best movie ever made. But like for my personal enjoyment, let's go 4.5.
4.5?
4.5.
Okay. All right.
4.5. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go Bradley next. And you can't say 4.5. What is your
I can
FF
if I
scale?
want, but I
What's all
won't.
the rules with the scale?
I will
please
say
disclose, Nick.
I will say a 4. If it was like if they got rid of like the weird hip twisty body stuff, I'd probably give it a little bit more. Like the ending
Doesn't
was
the
just,
nasty stink breath like outweigh that for
that
you?
guy was pretty funny. I'm gonna give it 4
He was
Fs.
hilarious.
It was very good. I remember like watching it and being like, dang, that was funny. And I'm surprised. So 4.
Okay. All right, Dylan. You can't say 4 and you can't say 4.5. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's gonna be a 4. So I'm gonna explain my gripe with the movie.
Okay.
Even though in the end it turned out to be a very wholesome piece of it, I was taken aback, and I can explain how I would change it too. But the constant drinking from anything he found, like anything he got his hands on,
it was hilarious.
I liked that gag.
Yeah, okay. But hear me out. I did too the first 10 times in such a short span of time. So, okay. The first time it happens, hilarious. Second, third, I still think it's funny. But I think by the time it's in the... he did the grocery store scene with the cucumber, then he went back to do the things, right?
Yeah.
So the first, like, the get low scene or whatever.
Yeah.
That, by then, I was like, okay, I've seen it 100 times. So, and I have at that point in time.
You're making me want to give it a 5.
Well, that's okay. But the best part about it, I will say, is in the end when he's like on his, I guess, spoiler alert, if you care, is that towards the end when he's like getting his redemption with everything, he does go and he relapses in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He takes his cell phone. That's a flash. Like, that was good because we had a break. You know. And that was sincerely funny in like a sad way, but it was good, you know, in that moment. Now, what would have been better is 2 things. One, not as many. That's the first thing. I just think it needed to like calm down and how much
overkill a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what took me out of it because, like, okay, I get the joke. I got it. Like, it just in my face.
Yeah.
And when they tied it in towards the end, where he's like, I think it's right before he gets the putt, or it's just toward the latter half, where he sees like he hears his family say like, "I'm proud of you, Dad." Like he stopped the drinking and like he got what he wanted. That ended up being a very nice emotional end that I thought was very, very well done. And the drinking really kind of tied all that together. Like, I can't deny that with the movie.
So it's necessary.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, like this was so overdone.
Okay.
But anything with the kids, and speaking of just like the family piece, Nick or Bradley, to what you were talking about, like with the car scene, completely agree. They are fantastic.
What about when Steve Buscemi punches the car and they're like, "Hey," and he goes like this.
Hey, this is a family thing. And they all chase him. I was dying. That was so good.
Yeah,
it was great. So go back. 4 for me. Yeah.
So
good.
4, 4.5. Where are you at, Nick?
So I'm gonna be a little different here. I'm gonna give it 3.
Wow.
But hear me out. Hear me out. I love Adam Sandler, right?
I love Adam Sandler. I just hate his
I think it was a great movie and it was a great sequel. But here's the 2 reasons that I'm thinking about it, right? If you saw Beetlejuice 2, I would say great sequel. And very similar to this, right? It paid homage in a really great way, and it was a good news story. But I still couldn't, after seeing it and looking back, I couldn't tell you what Beetlejuice 2 is about. I bet you Happy Gilmore 2 in 6 months from now will be the same way. It was a good movie. It was a good sequel, but I don't think I will be quoting it 6 months from now. Okay. I say once every 2 weeks, green jacket, gold jacket, who gives a shit? Like I quote Happy Gilmore 1 on a regular basis. I don't think I will be quoting Happy Gilmore 2 on a regular basis. And so for that, like it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's going to be as memorable as the first one was. And I think comparatively, I'd give it a 3. It was a good, solid movie, but I think it gets outshadowed by other ones.
That's fair, but it's also somewhat of an impossible task. Like, a sequel to like an insanely iconic movie from the 90s 30 years later, there's no possible way it's going to be that film. Like Dark Knight, which is one of your favorites, is a sequel, is better than the first one, but it was just like 2 years later, you know? So and Batman Begins is a great movie, but like it could never live up to the first one. Like there was nothing it could do, you know?
I felt like Begins was even, I would say so far as underrated as a movie.
Sure. But in the end, like Happy Gilmore 2 could never come close to Happy Gilmore 1. So that's where I like give it such a high rating because it was hilarious. In my mind, it lived up to the sequel that it could be.
For what it was, I would agree with you. But if I just take a step back and grade it as just a movie, I'd have to go 3.
Okay.
All
right.
Again, good
fair.
movie. Don't hate on it, but
all right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So I think we had, I think in the entire year, we had 2 total comedies released in 2025. We talked about the first one. Let's talk about the second one, which I have not seen, but I'd love to hear your guys' take on it. Naked Gun. I saw the preview with the Taken guy who is a little girl and rips off the mask, and he's like, it looks funny. But have you guys seen it? I would love to hear what your take on this one is.
Story? So,
is it about chili?
So Carrie and I went to see The Naked Gun, and Carrie's like, "Oh, it looks like a funny comedy, actually." And I've seen the old Naked Guns, and I watched Police Squad, like the TV show that it's based off of, if anyone knows what that is. And I knew what I was getting into. And like right from the beginning, this is a type of movie where every single thing is a joke. It's not like Happy Gilmore where it's a real movie where like there's real things that are emotional. But Dylan, like how you talked about like it's like if this was a drink, I would drink out of this. Like every single thing in the movie The Naked Gun is a joke. Even in the background, jokes are happening.
Yeah, if you've blinked, you've missed a joke.
Yes. So like literally everything. There's no seriousness. There's nothing. And Carrie apparently didn't know what she was getting into. She didn't understand that. So I'm dying, and we had a good audience, which there's not a lot of good comedy audiences. Normally it's me and Carrie laughing. The audience loved it. Like 30 minutes into the movie, I look to my left and Carrie's asleep. Carrie,
so how many F's, Carrie?
Give your perspective. I would like to hear why you were asleep.
So, like Bradley said, I did not know what I was getting into. I've never seen the other movies or the TV show, so I didn't know it was like that. And I was thinking maybe like Pink Panther. Like Pink Panther's kind of like that, but it's not constant. It's not every breath that's taken is a joke.
Yep.
It's probably more like 70-30, you know? And I was like laughing at stuff, found stuff funny, was slightly enjoying it. And then I was like, okay, I get it. And
kind of like Dylan with the drinking joke.
Yes, exactly.
It never
so
stops.
Dylan better be giving this 0 Fs.
Well, like if I'm going into Naked Gun, I'm expecting the bottle every 5 seconds, you know? Like that's the difference with that.
I don't know. I feel like for Adam Sandler movies, there's a lot of repetition like that.
Yeah. So,
that's fair.
Okay, let me give an example. They're obviously like cops. So they're walking down the police station and there's a room that says cold cases, which in real life, cold cases mean like old cases from like 30 years ago that people are investigating. Well, in The Naked Gun, they walk out of cold cases and they're like cold. It's like a fridge. It's like a freezer, right? That's happening in the background. That has nothing to do with the story. That's just as the main characters are walking, people are walking out of a cold cases room. And then there's this joke where they're always drinking coffee and throwing it away, like cops do in movies. Like they're drinking something and they throw it out the window. They start off with them just drinking a bunch of coffee, and then all of a sudden just a hand comes out and hands them coffee, like off camera. And it happens throughout the whole movie. Like it just keeps happening. Like a random coffee keeps getting handed to them. So it's literally nonstop. And I thought it was hilarious.
I think this is Liam's like third comedy, because he was in Ted,
yeah,
right?
but wasn't he in it for like 3 seconds?
Yeah, but I just meant like his foray into it at
Sure.
all. I know this is definitely different for sure.
I think
I hope
it definitely depends if you're including what are those other movies, Bradley? Like the ice truck,
Oh,
whatever.
like
Yeah.
Ice
Those have to be
Truckers
a
or something,
comedy.
where he plays like an ice truck vigilante or something on Netflix. I haven't watched
And that was
it.
a comedy?
No, they're not comedies. They're just
Oh.
ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like the Jason Statham effect. Like, I'm a working man.
Yeah.
You know? like-
Okay.
Anyways, why don't I just give it a rating? I'll say 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
F.
Carrie, were you awake enough to give it a rating?
Yeah, one
So,
Z.
I want to be clear that I did not just fall asleep, which I've done through many movies. I did not just fall asleep. I put myself to bed. I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't.
So you didn't accidentally fall asleep. You were like, I'm going to go take a nap.
That's correct. I was like, I can't watch any more of this, but thank you.
So you're is
so
that 0 Fs?
for F's of Carrie's enjoyment, it was 0 F's.
Dang,
with a
our
very
first
honorable
0.
mention.
So you
to
gave
Pamela
0 Fs
Anderson.
about this movie.
Hey.
Carrie
Actually,
gave
that's
zero
pretty
F's
good.
for this movie.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Could
And then
not watch again.
Wow.
Dylan, did you watch this one?
I have not. I did not
Okay.
think. This kind of goes into our next subject, but I watched the original Naked Gun,
Mhm.
and I loved it. That actually started. I actually saw that before Scary Movie, which a lot of my friends is all about. We saw Scary Movie, then rewatched like all the older stuff, and I actually enjoyed that one first, and I felt like the cool kid. Yeah.
Okay, Dylan, if you like the original Naked Gun, you will like this one. Like, I guarantee it, 100%. Because you know what you're getting into. It's the same exact thing.
I mean, the best part about those, in my opinion, are all of the moments you see behind the screen or behind the main characters, like what you're talking about. Those are
Like
always
the
the
cold
best
case?
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the cold case thing. That is perfect. And I love that. We're getting a little off tangent here, but you know Monty Python and the Holy
Yeah.
Grail, right? The funniest thing, well, the coconut, speaking of that, the funniest part, I don't really like the movie. I think it's very, I'm a dry sense of humor guy. I think it drags on way too long. That being said, the funniest part that I cried laughing, is there's the executioner part. They come up to the town, and it's like when the bring out your dead, and then they're going up to that point. They saw the pigeons or whatever. They were like, who puts coconuts on these pigeons? Like, what is happening? And then you just see in the background as they're talking over this, you just see the guy. He just has a pigeon. He just puts a coconut on it and just flies it off. I lost it. That's hilarious to me. The things that are just subtle and not in your face like that is so funny to me. And I love that. And so you're right. As you said it, if it's in theaters, I might even go watch it, and I'll have an update for you.
I promise you, this is what you'll say. Like, literally every 5 seconds or so, there's a joke. So there's probably 1,000 jokes. And it's like 80% of them land, right? Sometimes like, okay, that wasn't really funny.
Well, that's a comedy, right?
Right.
Like, unless it's Dumb and
Bradley,
Dumber, not everything lands.
So Bradley, you gave it a 3. Carrie gave it a 0. But you're also saying you'll really enjoy it. Is it just a very niche movie, or is it not great for the genre that it is?
No,
like, how can we have a 0 and a 3 and recommend it?
Okay, I recommend it, but it's like to me, it's not like a 4-star or like a 8 out of 10. It's not like, wow, that blew me away. It serves one purpose: to laugh, not to
He's
laugh
dressed as a schoolgirl
and have a good story. Not to laugh and like be emotional. Only purpose is to laugh, and that's it. And you can only get so much out of laughing. Like, Happy Gilmore has like good acting and like kind of emotional, and like characters working off each other. Naked Gun doesn't have that. It's just straight funny, and that's it.
Just to laugh. That's
Yes.
the only purpose.
Isn't the son from what's Shameless? Isn't one of the sons from Shameless?
Wait, in
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
one of the like the longer hair. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they actually got some talent in this. Okay,
Carl.
like I was impressed. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
They had so much talent. They had Eminem in that movie.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
Well, that's like you're just seeing the family. Like then they grow up. You're like, okay, I'm starting
Right,
to see the
yeah.
roster happen. And then they had all the pro golfers. Which, by the way, another side note with Happy Gilmore. My favorite golfer was apparently the one of the real one at the end when he's in
You
jail
have a favorite golfer?
in the movie. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't watch golf.
Okay.
I'm
This
not
is gonna
gross. Come
devolve
on.
quickly.
Yeah, but that guy who's in there, I forgot his name, but I checked. He does have a rap sheet, but it was really funny. He played on that from himself because he was like, because he's been in jail so many times for like DUIs and whatever.
Got it.
And so when he's in there, he's like, "Yeah, what's for dinner tonight? Chicken fingers? Yeah, I'll stay another night."
That's
like
funny. I didn't
was
get
good.
that joke, so that's good context.
Yeah, I like. I thought it was like, okay, so this guy had to have been here a few times because that's the bunt. And I looked him up, and that's what it was. It was DUIs, so that's why he's been in that a few times.
So very different movies. Like
Yes.
one is like a good all around movie for most people. Well, for most people here.
Apparently not.
And the other is like serves one purpose: laughing.
I get what you're saying, and I think people that have seen and they're spoof movies is what you're looking for.
Yes.
Like
Okay,
that genre.
I think this last thing I'll say, it's like, you ever watch like a 90-minute fail compilation video on YouTube? Some people after like 10, 15 minutes are like, okay, that's enough of people hurting themselves, falling off a boat or a bike. I'll go the whole 90 minutes. So, you know.
That's very valid. Yeah, you would do that. Yeah.
All right.
I will say,
Go
sorry,
for
Nick. I will rewatch that if we're hanging out with Bradley's mom and she wants to watch it, because the whole time I was just thinking, oh my gosh, get these two in a room together and watch this. Like, they will just be cracking up, and I'll mostly just be watching them go back and forth laughing at these things. Because it was or take a nap, or a combination of both, you know.
All right. Well, that leads me to my final question, because I think we just covered 100% of the comedies in 2025. So, why are there no more comedies? Like, I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, and I remember there's always a comedy to watch. There's always a new funny movie coming out, and now we've got two of them. One of them wasn't even in theaters. I don't know if I think Naked Gun was in theaters, but Happy Gilmore wasn't. Like, where have all the comedies gone? Bradley, let's go to you first. Like, where are they? Why don't we see any more?
Well, let me start off by saying, like, I put in XAI or Grok or whatever, like, top 2 comedies of every year for the last 10 years, and like, based on box office. This is the list that it came up with. 2025, the top 2 are F1, the racing movie with Brad Pitt and him. This is the list.
I don't even think those are comedies, are they?
No.
Let
Bad
cook.
Boys,
Let
Ride or
That's
Die, Beetlejuice. 2023, Barbie, No Hard Feelings. 2022, Tickets to Paradise, The Lost City. Before that, Free Guy, The Boss Baby. Most of those aren't even comedies. So
Free Guy.
Did it just give you a list of like the movies of the year?
Yeah,
like
they were like random movies.
And also, like, is Grok powered by Amazon? Because I want to say it's Amazon when you're looking at the genres for the movies. Mm-hmm. They're, like, all messed up. It might not be Amazon.
Grok is like X, like Twitter. So I was like, these are not comedies, you know? And it redid the list, and it gave me F1 again for 2025. I'm like, whatever. I get, my point is, like, there just aren't any comedies, and I think it's because they don't make a lot of money. Like, I know people are like, well, there's like political. I think what happened is, like, superhero movies came out, they started making like $500 million to $1 billion, and comedies were like, well, what are we gonna do? Make a movie that makes $15-20 million and costs $10 million to make? we'll just spend $150 on a superhero movie, make 800 million or $1 billion, and we're good. So I just don't think there's a lot of stuff out there that people go to the theater to see for comedies. Like, I grew up with wanting to go to the theater and like go as an event, and the theater has kind of shrunk. Like, theater chairs used to be like super uncomfortable, and now they're like big luxury leather seats where you like recline, which I love, but that just means you can fit less people in there because less people go to the movies, and I don't think comedies are priority. So they're all on Netflix. They go straight to Netflix now, for super cheap. That's my thoughts.
Okay, interesting. Dylan, what about you? Why aren't we seeing any more comedies?
Yeah, so I got a spiel for you. I will agree a lot with what Bradley's saying, number one. I don't think there's a lot of political stuff with it. I really don't. Because anything that will make money is what's going to be put out. That's it, bottom line. They don't care if, like, you see that, like, we had, like, Joe Rogan, like, one of the, if not the most popular podcast, very controversial figure to some people.
Yeah.
Like,
Second
he
to
counts
our podcast, but yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. I got to humble ourselves a little bit here. And, whenever you have, like, that controversial figure, obviously he hasn't been deplatformed. Obviously that he is still making money, and that's the point. That's why Spotify continues to fund him. These movies that are happening right now, I'll actually allude this to what Matt Damon said when he came out with that Zoo movie. We Bought a Zoo, I think is what it was. It was around that time. He talked about how, you could make these comedies around here, and we would have if it bombed in the box office, it would make up that money in some fashion from the DVD sales.
Like on DVDs, yeah.
Yep. And people also, because of streaming, don't really do DVDs anymore. Now, Bradley and I, and probably Carrie, are exceptions to that rule again. Like, I love my 4K Ultra HD DVDs on movies that I love, right? So another thing with that is, like, Scott Pilgrim versus the World bombed at the box office, made a killing with DVD sales. It is the most popular form because of DVD sales it had. Now, I think that bottom line is what it is. It is can we make money? And I don't think COVID helped by any means. When people were cutting off theaters, that didn't help the box office. It's safer, I think is the term to use. It's safer to go after like IPs like Marvel, for example, things people know, make your safe bets, and that's what's driving this. Comedies, it's a wild card. People are either, I think, maybe some of it's a little, I mean, everything's political in some way, but I think it's a little bit politicized just because they don't want to take the chance on it bombing. So it's the safe piece because they don't want to have a headline where Warner Bros. Disney funded a hate film about a joke. It said in like 20 minutes into the film that was like the coffee coming off from the screen, and it's like somehow a slur. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it is. It's just what's safe enough to make an ROI for the company.
Real quick, I think like you see like Marvel movies, they're all relatively funny. I think that they kind of were like, we're just going to replace that. And people still want comedy, so Robert Downey Jr. is hilarious, so we'll just have him make cracking jokes half the movie. Or Thor is funny, like those. And they even got ridiculous. Like the fourth Thor, the third and fourth Thor were like more comedies than superhero movies, and the fourth one sucked. But
was that Dark World?
No, Dark World was 2, 3 was Ragnarok, 4 was.
It was with Gore. Love and Thunder.
Yes, I hated that one.
I never watched those because the Dark World I hear is like this the stain on Marvel is Dark World.
No,
that's
it's
what
unpopular opinion. I like the second Thor movie.
Well, at the time it was like hit after hit after hit, and then it was like Thor 2 was like meh. But since what?
Looking at what they've done recently,
yeah. But anyways, my point is like, Marvel kind of replaced that, not just with entertainment and money, but like they're funny too.
And I'll even go as far, and once again, I agree with you, because you see that the funniest movie before I watched Happy Gilmore was Weapons. I was dying laughing.
Thriller.
So Yeah, it's so many like instances, like the Josh Brolin coming out of the nightmare scene.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The whole thing laughing. You had the Scooby-Doo scene with the kids at the end,
Yeah.
going across the lawns. Whole theater losing it.
Right.
And I was like, what is this movie? And it's so funny. And I don't think you need to be like a director who's done comedy in the past, like Kreger or John Krasinski or Peele. It's just they found a good line, and I think that's the safe bet for like those companies now.
Yeah.
I think Zach Kreger in general has proven himself to be a safe bet in general right now. But beyond that, it's those people like horror and thriller as new IPs more so. So now you can put that comedy shtick into it a little bit here and there, and if it's funny, it's great, and it makes the money back.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think that's just the avenue that the companies are going with right now.
Was Weapons a comedy?
No.
Yes.
It's not a comedy. It's like a mystery horror thriller, but there's funny parts in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
All
was
right.
his point.
And so we'll go to Carrie. I'll modify the question a little bit. Do you think directors want to keep making comedy movies when they know you're falling asleep in the movie theaters when you watch them?
Good question.
I didn't fall asleep. I put myself
When you decide
to sleep.
when you put yourself to sleep intentionally just to watch it. But no, why do you think there's not a lot of good comedies or just in general anymore?
So I hope, yes, they do want to keep making them because honestly, comedy is my favorite genre. So it was very sad for me when I went to see a movie that looked like it would be hilarious, and in its own right it is. And that's what I was met with because I was not into it. But I do think, like, contrary to what Bradley and Dylan have said, like, I do think it's not exactly safe anymore. Like, it's not a safe environment to produce comedies. So much is taboo depending on who you're talking to and everything. Like, I'm not saying it's the main reason, but I do think it is a reason that they're not made as frequently anymore. But I do also agree with comedy becoming a subgenre of other movies, like Bradley mentioned with Marvel and Dylan with Weapons. This is a 2024 movie, but something that Bradley and I laughed a ton at, which I can't remember if we had a good audience for that, but was the movie Werewolves in 2024.
Oh yeah.
That's like action horror movie.
Yeah.
But definitely in my head a comedy. It was hilarious and I would rewatch it and I hope to watch it again this year. And it was hilarious.
I think with like the political thing, I think here's what it is. And I think at one point in time, everyone was like canceling everyone for like dirty jokes, right? Like James Gunn got canceled for like a dead baby joke from 15 years ago. And he came back since then, right? But I think people were like, the studios were like, okay, if people don't want that, it's not going to make money. Like, I don't think any producers in like for Paramount or ABC or whatever are like, my moral high ground says that like these comedies have dirty jokes and I won't allow that in the theaters. I think they're trying to gauge what they think we feel and think, and they're like, okay, if people aren't into this right now, let's stop making them because they're not going to make money. Like, I don't think that there's a producer or a movie studio out there who's like, based on my moral, compass, we cannot make these dirty jokes, or like this doesn't fit well with the politics of today. It's just about like, well, are people gonna watch it and see money? Because they don't care, Like, think about some of the crazy movies we've seen out there, which fits no one's moral high ground. Like, they'll still make it if it makes money. So I think yes, that could be part of it, but it still ties to, are they gonna make money in the end? I don't know. That's my thoughts.
I agree, because once again, in the end, and Carrie, you're right, is the safe question. Because if it's not safe, that means they don't make money because people will boycott. I agree. We're definitely not in the era of James Gunn getting canceled for that joke. That was so stupid. Like, I'm sorry. That was just such a low-hanging fruit for something that did not matter. But anyway, regardless, I just sincerely think, like, we're not in that time frame. And honestly, with movie theaters specifically, because we called it out, there's not – it's streaming now. Like, streaming is the main focus for them to get a subscription out of people. They just want subscriptions. Making that is better than making a movie, because it's like, oh, okay, well, if there has to be some metric somewhere we don't see where they're like, no, we can see if we get people doing this, we will get more money instead of getting their butts in the theaters. And that's just ends what it be. That's what it ends up being.
Nick, what are you thinking? Are we off base, or have we convinced you?
No, I think you guys have made really good points, and it makes me sad, whether it's financial or political or whatever the reason is. But I miss funny movies, and I hate that we're, in quarter 3 getting into quarter 4 of the year, and we have 2 comedies that were okay at best. And I miss movies like Scary Movie with Charlie Sheen, and I want to see more funny stuff like that, because it's funny and it makes me laugh, and I hate that we don't have as many. So, but I think you guys all hit the nail on the head. So go out, watch more movies that are funny, so that they will make them. You
two need to see The Naked Gun, because if you liked Scary Movie, it's the same thing. It's a cop parody and not a horror movie parody. It's the same exact thing as Scary Movie, just about cops. So
Is it still in the theaters?
Probably not. I don't think so. It'll probably be out on streaming or whatever soon.
I do have something very important to say.
Okay.
We've made a huge mistake. There was a third comedy.
What did we miss?
Medea's Destination Wedding.
Oh boy.
Did anybody watch it? Oh, you guys did watch it. Okay.
We love the Medea movies.
Yeah, that's their thing.
We are addicted to the Medea movies.
We love the Medea movies. Yeah. So
okay. Wait, is it like a 5F Medea movie, or like
no?
So you didn't love it that much.
There might be a couple 5Fs Medea, but not that one. It was like a 3.
Not that.
Like a 3.
It was a 3.
Yeah. It was good, funny, but not the best Medea movie. But no, we do love us some Medea. So I'll be honest.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our talk today. Any final closing thoughts on comedies in 2025?
Some other comedies on this list. Let's see. We have like some Chinese movies that made like $800 million in China. Like Xi Shang or something.
Oh boy.
But like, so comedies make money somewhere, just not in the US. Like, I looked up the list. I'm like, okay, can you make it like American movies? Because most people don't know Chinese films, but apparently there's Chinese movies that are making $800 million every year that are wild, that we've never heard of, which I'm into. I'll watch some Chinese films. So
I side note, I super love like bad Chinese kung fu films. I love them. It's an old trope of mine. If I pull one up, I'm watching it. I love that.
Nice.
What was that Kung Pao one? You watch that?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's so good. Like the twist with who they really are was so well done. I loved it. As a history buff, and if you watch the movie, it's really good. I love how they did that.
Okay. So closing thoughts are either make more comedies or move to China.
Or
they have all the good
to start watching
comedies.
Chinese movies to get it.
Or learn Chinese.
Yeah. And then you have to read the
movies.
Subtitles and be like, oh, okay, that was funny. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Why did you say that? That's great.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Our first ever episode of Freedom Frontiers Media. Hope to catch you next time. We'll see you.
Adios.